On today's live daily news, we've got more information, new information about that crash over the weekend that everyone's talking about. A capital murder suspect is now in the Tom Green County Jail, plus Keep San Angelo Beautiful Charlotte Anderson joins the show to talk about a tire recycling event over the weekend. All of that plus more. I'm Yantis Green, and this is Live. But before we get to the show, Myers Drug and Boutique is having their week-long holiday sale starting today. The deals for Monday will be 30% off of Mud Pies dishware. That includes all of their holiday mugs, bowls, plates, and more. Then on Tuesday, the Boutique will have a 30% off sale on all of their purses. Whether it's Katie Loxton, American Darling, or others, save 30% on your purchase on Tuesday. Go to see Myers Drug and Boutique at the corner of Beauregard and Chadbourn, Monday through Friday 9 to 6, or on Saturdays 10 to 2. We start the show today with some news that everyone's been talking about. Over the weekend, a fatal crash on US 87 near Wall killed at least one individual. The crash occurred around 4 a.m. near Wood Road and Bean Road. Traffic was blocked off for some time. Minutes before going live, the DPS local office did confirm that the driver was Vicente Francisco Nandine, 39, of San Angelo. Social media profiles over the weekend sent San Angelo Live a snapshot video of the man who died in the crash. In the video, he can be seen heavily drinking and then getting behind the wheel of a BMW. To see the video, watch it exclusively on sanangelolive.com. Also over the weekend, a capital murder suspect was booked in the Tom Green County Detention Facility. According to booking reports, Francisco Morales was booked into the jail for capital murder by terror threat or other felony on November 18th at around the noon hour. Morales had been in the Taylor County Jail in Abilene since May of 2021 after a warrant was issued by Tom Green County for Morales' role in the murder of San Angelo resident Jacob Hernandez. Hernandez was killed when he was shot in the chest during a home invasion. San Angelo police believe that Morales is the man responsible for Hernandez's death. As of this afternoon, Morales remained in the Tom Green County Detention Facility on a $500,000 bond. In local business news, the local UPS office tricked local workers in a fake job scam, according to reports. The workers arrived Monday morning to the UPS office at 7:50 a.m., only to find out that there were no jobs being offered. Quote, "Now I'm out $20 and I really needed this job for Christmas," one woman told our reporters after she took an Uber ride out past Howard College to the UPS terminal, where she and 10 other hopeful new employees showed up. And they were told that a mix-up with the corporate office, Human Resources, was the reason that they were there, and the jobs had already been outsourced. For more on that story, visit sanangelolive.com. And here at San Angelo Live, typical sports like football and basketball are not all we cover. This past weekend, 2 athletes from Angelo State advanced to the National Fishing Tournament. Angelo State University's Ty Smoot of Poteet and Robert Vance of San Angelo qualified for the 2023 Major League Fishing College National Championship. The two placed 4th in the bass tournament that was filled with nearly 150 teams. In total, the two top 5 bass weighed 17 pounds and 6 ounces. And in weather over the next 7 days, it looks like the Thanksgiving week, that cooler weather is going to gradually go away and it'll be warmer. Tomorrow through Thursday, temperatures are going to be in the afternoon temperatures in the highs in the high 60s to near 70. Friday, there may be a little rain, as the National Weather Service has a 20% chance in the forecast that day. Over the weekend, temperatures will likely hit the 70s again. For Thanksgiving Day, expect a high of about 65, with skies being mostly sunny. Three Concho Valley football teams have survived another weekend of the Texas High School football playoffs, but now it's the week of Thanksgiving and regional semi-championships are on the line. Can the Wall Hawks, the Sonora Broncos, and the Irion County Hornets keep their winning streak alive? To get you caught up on last Friday's games, here is James Bellini.
The area round has come and gone, and the Concho Valley still has a few teams left in the playoffs. But first, congratulations to the Sterling City Eagles. Their season ended on Thursday in Clyde to the Windthorst Trojans, 43-29. The Trojans went up 14-0 early, and the Eagles had started their comeback in the second and third quarter thanks to a fumble recovery and an interception. The Eagles played well but couldn't overcome the deficit. No one expected the Eagles to even make the playoffs at the beginning of the season, and they made it 2 rounds deep. So congrats to those guys, head coach Trey Cisco, and the entire community of Sterling City. Those parents raised kids who were incredibly coachable and who adapted to a whole new format of football, coming out of 6-man back to 11-man. Down in Sonora on Thursday, the Irion County Hornets shut out the Lakey Eagles 52-0. The Hornets 45 the Eagles twice this season, and this Hornets team is the real deal. They'll be taking on the Jonesboro Eagles Jonesboro Eagles in early this Friday. Both these teams have put up an insane amount of points. The Eagles have put up 766, and the Hornets have put up 744. Speaking of Sonora, the Sonora Broncos made the trip to Big Spring and beat the Farwell Steers 18-7. Quarterback Jaime Butron, running back Edgar DeLuna, and running back Hunter O'Bannon rushed for 382 yards and 3 scores. Big defensive plays made a huge difference as the Broncos recorded 3 sacks and 3 interceptions. The Broncos get Hawley this week in Big Spring for the second week in a row, and this Bearcat team has their sights set on Arlington. Head coach Mitch Abels and his group of seniors are undefeated this season, and in just the playoffs alone have put up 124 points. Everyone talks about how good Hawley is, but don't shrug off the Broncos. They're in round 3 for a reason. Also, I have to mention the phone interview with head coach Blake Weston after the game. He didn't have to take the phone from our guy Ernesto, so this is a huge shout out to him. This man cares about his team, his community, and has the Broncos playing incredible football. Finally, the Wall Hawks made the 2.5-hour trip to Breckenridge to take on the Childress Bobcats. The Hawks only allowed 1 touchdown to Childress while Wall rushed for 392 yards and 5 scores. Defensively, Brylan White, Ryan Andrews, and Logan Thomas each had a sack, and Ethan Michaelewicz grabbed himself an interception, while Ryan Allen had 5 passes defended. As good as this offense is, this defense is a force to be reckoned with. Head coach Houston Geyer brought it up earlier in the week, the bye week to open up the playoffs with, and he thought his guys were playing really good football up to that point. He was worried they might take a step back. It seems he can cast those worries aside though, because now the Hawks are entering round 3. They take on the Idalou Wildcats in Sweetwater this Friday. The Wildcats shut out the Crane Golden Cranes last week, 28-0. In San Angelo this week, Wink will take on Albany. Wink is ranked 4th in the final state rankings, and Albany is ranked 6th in the state rankings, so this is sure to be a great one. Cover 1 is going to work to bring you as much playoff coverage as possible. So tune in this Friday at 4, 8, and 10 o'clock for exclusive coaches interviews, score updates, highlights, and more, only on sanangelive.com.
When it comes to unique pieces you can't find anywhere else, Kano's Diamonds and Coins is your one-stop shop. With over 24 years in the diamond and coin industry, Kano's Diamonds and Coins is West Texas's choice for diamonds, jewelry, coins, silver, and gold. Owner Bill Kano stands by his work and offers free consultations, including estate jewelry. Don't just trust anyone with your valuables. Come see the staff at Kano's at 1016 West Beauregard in San Angelo. Welcome back to the show. We have a very special guest. It's a guest that's been on the show a number of times. It's Charlotte Anderson with Keep San Angelo Beautiful. Charlotte, as always, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing good today. So great to be with you again.
Well, you had a very big weekend this weekend, very busy weekend, and the cold did not stop you guys. It was y'all's tire event where you have a bunch of people come from all around, not just San Angelo, from all around the area with their tires, and y'all took them for free.
We did. We had a great and a wonderful event. We actually serviced about 75 vehicles
Okay.
in 30-degree weather, so we were excited that some people showed up.
I know. What time did y'all get started? I know it was pretty early.
Well, my day started at 3:15, so I got up really early.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure our team had hot chocolate and a fun time, so we got a really early start. Probably got to the Coliseum a little bit before 5. People were already in line at 5 when we got there, so that's always exciting to know someone is definitely going
ready
to be in line.
They've had this marked on their calendar. James, you want to pull up the people that were working it? Y'all had a lot of people that were there from various groups to just kind of explain.
Sure.
You can see it on here.
Sure. Out of our groups, we had about, I want to say about 15 different groups and organizations, from our Keep San Angelo Beautiful board to the Upper Colorado River Authority, student government at ASU, SASH from Goodfellow Air Force Base, Delta Sigma Pi, our chamber president, Councilman Harry Thomas. We had folks from John's Tires, Ultra Tires. We had Butts Recycling, Dakota, ASU Risk Management. We had a fantastic
You had a
group.
lot of people.
We had a lot
there.
of people.
As you saw in those pictures right there, y'all got all the gloves and you piled them up, and there's a lot of people that had some dirty gloves.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's hard work, but I tell you what, it's no better team building and service oriented project than we have. It's a favorite.
So kind of explain to the people that may didn't see you last time, and I think I asked you last time, but what do you do at the tire thing? What were y'all exactly doing out there?
So our goal is to get our community to look around the neighborhood, to get with their neighbors and remind them, if you have any tires laying up on the side of the house, this is a perfect time to get rid of them. So for people that bring less than 50 tires, it's absolutely free.
Yeah.
We're happy to support the community. These tires go off to Burnett, Texas. They are recycled. They're chipped into 1-inch squares and turned into many things: mulch, tracks at stadiums, tire-derived fuel, and the metals are stripped, and they are turned into rebar and angle iron products.
I know we got a closer look at this, James. So let's pull up that closer look and see the materials on how this is used. Actually, this one right here, we'll talk about this first. This is y'all's actual, you guys backing up. Look, there's all these trailers. These are the ones that you're going to be dumping them into.
So we have 4 18-wheelers, and the guys bring the trailers out and drop them off for us. Each trailer can hold from 800 to 1,200 tires.
Look how many tires. That's a lot of tires in there.
That's a lot of tires. And the better you stack them in this herringbone pattern, the more tires we can get into a truck. And so our goal this year is to get to 20,000 tires. Prior to going into this event, we were at about 15,000, a little over 15,000 tires.
Wow.
So with 4 18-wheelers, you're looking at 3,200 to 4,800 tires, just depending on how they're stacked. And so
in one truck?
Yeah, well, 800 to 1,200 in one truck. And then we had 4 trucks, and then we put pictures on the sides of the trucks on the inside, so the guys can see this is the herringbone pattern.
And that's a specific pattern on how you stack them?
Yes. So instead of stacking a tire on a tire on a tire and just a stack of tires, you slant the tires, and then when you put the next tire on, it falls right on top and it presses down, so you don't have any holes, and then the tires are interwoven.
That makes sense, kind of like you just kind of stagger it all the way through.
Right.
Wow, and that's very cool, man. You wouldn't know this unless you had to work a tire bit and deal with almost 5,000 tires. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah, that's crazy. So we are excited this year, and we are hoping we can reach our goal of over 20,000 tires, and we still have one more truck to go. The city's loading up a few tires, and I can tell you that our work would not be as successful as it's been had it not been for some of our tire businesses. So our John's Tires, our Ultra Tires, Dominic at Tire Zone, we want to give a shout out to them because, 25 trucks ago, we really didn't know exactly what we were doing. And they were very instrumental in helping us learn about the pattern, how to stack and load these trucks.
How to be more efficient.
Yes, absolutely. And we're just really grateful for their support and for their expertise in this area.
Well, I mean, and at the end of the day, they probably get to benefit off it a little bit too. If do they get to donate some of their tires?
So what we do is when we're finished with our tire project, let's just say there's 20% of a trailer left that's not completely filled. We will call our businesses and let them backfill those trailers, so when they go back to Burnett, Texas, they are 100% full. And they're very grateful for that opportunity to do that.
Absolutely. I know we were talking a little bit earlier. You touched on a little bit about the materials. I want to show the people what they look like. So James, let's put those materials up there and let's kind of talk about it. So right there on the left, that is the inside, and then that's pretty much the outside on the outside of that picture.
Right. So so what we have here, those were parts of the rubber that have been colored, and those are going to go to a stadium, and so they put those on the track around the stadium, so the rubber is very absorbent when you're running. So it makes for a nice landing, if you will.
Right. And then and then on the other side, the metal parts, you said they turn into rebar.
Right.
But that's actually where do those come off the tire? On the inside of the tire?
So it depends on how low your tread is, but let's just say if your tread's really low, you can see the metal sticking out.
There you go.
On the tire tread, on the rim, or on the tires. So I'm not sure of the specific process for that, how they strip that out.
But they just kind of get that metal out of there and then melt it all down and make it out of rebar.
Absolutely, and it looks like you can tell how it's stripped out the different pieces. But I'm looking forward to going to Burnett, to Reliable Tires again. They've been a wealth of information to go through their facility and get some footage
and see how they do it all.
Absolutely,
that's really cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, Charlotte, I know is not the end of you got a few more things at the end of the year. What do you guys have coming up for Keep San Angelo Beautiful?
So what we do at the end of the year is we add up all of our events. We calculate our time. We put that. We quantify it. We put it to a dollar amount, and that gives our resources from our volunteers to the city. We prepare annual reports for the city of San Angelo for Keep Texas Beautiful. And then we start applying for awareness and awards. We'll apply for the Governor's Community Achievement Award that's sponsored through Keep Texas Beautiful and TxDOT. We're great partners, and they get to see our collective body of work. That report has about 7 different categories, maybe 5 questions in each category. It ends up being a good size packet, lots of pictures, so 25 30 photos. But we're real excited to get to that work, and we apply for Keep Texas Beautiful awards as well. So that's just part of all of our work throughout the year.
So right now you're counting all the hours that has been volunteer hours that have gone on throughout San Angelo this year.
Correct. That's
so
correct.
If you guys out there have done some volunteer work that you haven't reported, I mean, get with Charlotte, because every single hour counts when you go down to this. Like, we're trying to be the best. We're trying to, make San Angelo the best and most beautifulest town ever. Well, that's going to come with the hours that you can write down on paper. And if you guys have not told, the city of San Angelo your volunteer hours, this is a great opportunity, so that way to help you guys out as well.
Yes, we sure appreciate it. If you'll just reach out and let us know about your activity. We have a lot of adopt-a-spots, adopt-a-highways, a lot of our nonprofits, Rotary, even our students at Angelo State University. They just did that cleanup on Loop 306.
Right.
So we get credit for that. So it's a community effort, and again, you can reach out to us at 486-3771 or charlotte.anderson@cosatx.us. We would love to include your data in our report.
And like I said, you'll benefit off of it too, because I'm sure if you get with Charlotte and say, hey, we did some stuff, she's going to make sure next time that they can get involved and get some more hands and get some more materials and help you guys clean up just a little bit even easier and better.
Yes, we can provide grabbers, bags, gloves, all the things you need for your cleanup. We're happy to provide those for you. We do ask just to get that information and that data collection. That's really important. And speaking of data, so our 27 volunteers did 108 hours of work, and that is equivalent to $3,384 in value of volunteer cleanup. So
In one day. One morning.
One morning.
That
was 30 degrees. We should get
30
we should get time and a half.
Yeah, time and a half. Exactly. All right, Charlotte. Is there anything else that you want to mention before we go, and before maybe the people need to know before we see you next time?
I can't think of it. You know, we've been a Gold Star affiliate with Keep Texas Beautiful for the past couple of years, and we're looking forward to that this year. That includes, again, our activities, our events, everything we've done throughout the year, and we even have a special media section, so you'll be highlighted.
Yeah,
you'll
perfect.
be famous again.
Awesome. I'm in. All right. Well, it's a pleasure as always, Charlotte. And anytime that you guys have something going on, just don't hesitate and come on the show.
I appreciate it.
All right. Well, this has been Charlotte Anderson with Keep San Angelo Beautiful. I'm Matt Trammell, and we will go back to the guys in the studio.
And don't forget to follow San Angelo Live on Twitter, especially on Twitter, and download the San Angelo Live app. We'll be here for you the next couple of days. Until tomorrow, I'm Yantis Green.